Hi everyone, welcome to macsartplace. The last one I didn't like. I'm trying to make a base for stones, and I have done a stone clock that I'll get and show you before I start this. But I decided my brown is too much brown. I'm going to use a mixture of tans, a little bit of brown, some blue, white, little tiny bit of black and copper, and try to get a thing for base for stones. I have another 12-inch canvas that I repurposed, as Susan King teaches, where you soak it in hot water and then you can peel your paint right off. But as I was mixing, I got some brown on it, so that's too bad. I'm going to do puddles again. And I have a lot of colors that I've mixed up myself, and I also have my Amsterdam white and a bright blue. Try to get things out of your way. My Sargent's black, the same copper from Deco Art. And I have a tan and a little bit darker than a tan, and we'll see how that comes out. But I'll go get that clock for you. So here's the clock I've been working on and have it look like stones. I did paint the numbers in, like 12, 1, so forth there. And I think that looks pretty good, but I want to try some more stones. And I've got to put the varnish on this, or resin, if I decide that's what I'm going to do. So I haven't decided yet. But that's my first attempt at stones. So I'm going to try to do a base that would represent stones, but it's not real blue. But stones do have some blue in them. And the last one I did was too brown, so I'll probably remove that, just like Art by Susan King says to do. And it's a great method to repurpose your canvases. So I'll take it down and have you watch my puddles. So I'm probably not going to do 9 puddles like I did before, although it's hard to tell how much paint you have when you're not putting it in a cup. But I do like how that blends, and I'm getting paint all over me. That's nothing new either. Alright, so how am I going to do this? I think I'll put white down first, because I'm going to put the white in this spot, and then in this spot I'm going to put the blue, because I want different shades of blue, and then hopefully this will do a little bit of, the black will do a little bit of shadowing. And I've got this tan that I mixed, and over here I'm going to start with the tan. And then I have this one, which is, looks like a smiley face, which is a little darker tan, or brown. Lighter brown, darker tan, however you want to say it. So I'm going to mix that with that. And I tried getting the clumps out, but that didn't work. Then I'll put the blue and the white. And I have a little bit of this pearl black that I'm going to put like that. That has a blue cast to it. So I'll add the blue to that, and then the white. And I'll start with white down here. My things always get clogged up. So I always have this nice toothpick, like so. So then we'll add the blue. That'll give me different shades of blue. And then I have the tan. And I really want to use all of that don't need to hold on to a little bit of that. A little bit of this with it, maybe it'll come out like marbleized. And just a little bit of the black. And I have this paper stuck to my glove. I have this champagne gold from Deco, and has Decopar in it, and I really like how it comes out. It's like a light tan, but it has a shine to it. And I still want to add my copper, but I'm only going to do a little tiny bit of copper, a little more than that. It's out in the southwest. We have, like Sedona has all those red rocks. They're full of it's really, they're full of iron, and it turns red rocks. Okay, so move these out of the way so I don't block your view. And hopefully that'll be enough paint to swirl around. And what I think I'll do is go like this, so if it's a little dry, it has something to run over. And this piece of paper just wants to stick to me no matter what I do. There. Okay, we'll give it a torch. Yep, lots of bubbles breaking. Okay, so now we're going to, I wouldn't even know what you would call this, where you just make puddles. See, I don't want too dark of a blue. That's why I was hoping the white would tone that down some. I might have to add more white to that blue. Well, let's try dumping some of that off there. You know, one thing I do like using those hooks, those cup hooks, because it gives you something to hold on to when you want to have your paint slide off, instead of putting your fingers in the paint. So I did have enough on it, but I still think I have too much blue. Especially right there, it's awfully dark. And if I take some of this champagne stuff and just put it over here, and take a stick, doesn't matter if it has a little. I just want to change that dark blue. Break it up some if you're doing stones. This side seems to be okay, and I have to get some coverage on here, on the corners. That's okay, that one's okay. And now I have this little corner here, and I think I'll use the rest of this tan that I mixed up on this corner. Let it run down. And then I'll take my little stick and try blending that in. Because if it's going to be rocks, you know, you're going to have different sizes and places. And this brown spot is a little too solid for what I'm thinking of doing with it. So I've got to interfere with this brown spot here. We'll do a little bit of this one. I like that little bit of white in there. That looks nice. And for what I want to do with stones, I think this will work out. It's certainly a lot better than what I had before. The other one, it was just too brown. And I see a lump of paint I've got to get out. It's probably from the brown. Right here. Ta-da! Well, I think this is going to work. The copper is spread out nicely. It's a little too light in there, so maybe if I add just a little tiny bit of darker brown and go like this to it. Yeah, I see another glob. That's what happens when you let the paints sit in these plastic things. The sides get dried. And I tried to get them out before I poured, but it didn't work. So I think I'm going to leave it that way. I don't see any more lumps of paint. And I think that'll be good for stones. So I'll bring it down and have a close-up. Here is the end result. And that's one corner. I still think it's a little too light there. But if I make the stone big enough, I don't think it'll matter. That already looks like some kind of stone right there. I'm a lot happier with this than I was with the last one. Really dark in the middle there. So there we are. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the new subscribers. And thank you, Susan, for showing me how to get paint you don't like off of your canvases. Hope everybody is having a great Friday. And I hope you have a great holiday weekend. Bye-bye.